Have you ever wondered about the unseen dangers that lurk in the vast stretches of the Australian outback? The Australian outback, a seemingly endless expanse of sun-baked earth, is an ecosystem unlike any other. Spanning over 2.5 million square miles, it's a land of extremes, where the serene tranquility of the bush can quickly shift to a harsh and unforgiving environment. This vast wilderness is a place of outstanding beauty, but beneath its rugged charm, it harbors a multitude of unseen hazards. In this vast and remote landscape, weather conditions can be as unpredictable as they are extreme. The unrelenting sun can push temperatures well past the 100-degree mark during the day, while nights can plunge to near freezing. Add to that the occasional dust storm, and you've got a mix that can test even the most seasoned traveler's mettle. Yet the extreme weather is just one aspect of the outback's danger. The land is also home to an array of venomous creatures that pose a serious threat. From the world's most venomous snake, the inland taipan, to the deadly Sydney funnel-web spider, the outback is a veritable minefield of poisonous threats. Beyond the threats posed by the wildlife and weather, there's also the very real danger of losing one's way. With few landmarks and vast distances between towns, it's all too easy to find oneself lost in this immense wilderness. And in the outback, being lost can quickly escalate from an inconvenience to a life-threatening situation. The Australian outback is a place of awe-inspiring beauty, but it's also a place that demands respect. The unseen dangers lurking in its vast expanses can catch even the most prepared traveler off guard. It's a place where the unexpected is the norm, and where the unprepared can find themselves in serious peril. But these are just the tip of the iceberg. The outback hides more dangers beneath its rugged beauty. Did you know that the Australian outback claims more lives each year than shark attacks worldwide? It's a chilling fact that underscores the lethal nature of this vast, arid landscape. And it's not just about the venomous creatures that call the outback home. The very environment itself can be a silent killer. Every year, hundreds of people get lost in the Australian outback. It might be due to a simple navigational error, or perhaps a sudden change in weather conditions that obscures familiar landmarks. Regardless of the cause, the result is often the same: a battle for survival in one of the harshest environments on Earth. Dehydration and heat stroke are particularly common in the outback. The area's extreme temperatures, often reaching up to 50 degrees Celsius in the summer, combined with a lack of readily available water sources, can swiftly lead to severe dehydration. In fact, each year, dozens of people succumb to these conditions in the outback, their bodies simply unable to cope with the relentless heat and dryness. But it's not just the elements that pose a threat. The Australian outback is home to a host of dangerous wildlife, from venomous snakes and spiders to large predators like dingoes and saltwater crocodiles. Encounters with these creatures can quickly turn deadly. Each year, a number of fatalities are reported due to wildlife encounters in the outback, a stark reminder of the dangers that lurk in this seemingly serene landscape. The Australian outback is a place of stark beauty, a unique ecosystem where life has adapted to thrive against the odds. But for the unprepared, it can quickly become a death trap. The statistics speak for themselves. The Australian outback is not a place to be taken lightly. So the next time you plan an adventure down under, remember, respect the outback or risk becoming another statistic. Dehydration, the silent killer, is one of the most common causes of death in the Australian outback. The Australian outback is a vast, rugged landscape known for its extreme heat and dry conditions, a combination that creates a perfect storm for dehydration. Dehydration is a serious risk in the outback, not just because of the scorching temperatures, but also due to the scarcity of water sources. So, what exactly is dehydration? It's a condition that occurs when your body loses more fluids than it takes in, upsetting the delicate balance of minerals in your body. This can lead to a variety of health complications, and in severe cases, it can even be fatal. The first signs of dehydration can be subtle. You may feel a bit thirsty, a little bit tired. As it progresses, you might notice a dry mouth and throat, a decrease in urination, and a rapid heartbeat. As your body loses more and more water, these symptoms can escalate into confusion, dizziness, and even unconsciousness. But here's the tricky part. In the harsh conditions of the outback, these signs can easily be mistaken for exhaustion from the heat or just a bad day. That's why it's crucial to be aware of your body's hydration levels and take action at the first signs of dehydration. So, how can you avoid dehydration? The answer is simple: drink water. And not just when you're thirsty, but regularly and consistently throughout the day. Carry a water bottle with you at all times, and take sips even when you're not feeling parched. It's also a good idea to keep some rehydration solutions on hand. These are specially formulated drinks that replenish not just water, but also the essential salts and minerals that your body loses through sweat. In the outback, underestimating the importance of staying hydrated can be a fatal mistake. Water isn't just a thirst quencher, it's a lifeline. So the next time you find yourself in the arid expanse of the Australian outback, remember this. Remember, in the outback, water is more precious than gold. Australia is home to some of the world's most venomous creatures, and many of them call the outback their home. Now let's dive into the world of these venomous beings. If you're traversing the Australian outback, you're bound to come across a variety of slithering, creeping, and crawling critters. Among them, snakes are particularly notable. Australia is home to around 170 species of land snakes, some of which, including the eastern brown snake and the death adder, are among the most venomous in the world. Their bites can cause paralysis, organ failure, and, in worst-case scenarios, death. But snakes aren't the only venomous creatures you'll find in the outback. You're just as likely to encounter one of Australia's 2,000 species of spiders. While most are harmless, there are a few you should watch out for. The Sydney funnel web and redback spiders, for instance, are not to be taken lightly. Their bites can cause severe pain, and without prompt medical attention can be life-threatening. Let's not forget about scorpions. Though less common, they are also residents of the outback. The marbled scorpion and the Australian desert scorpion are two examples. While their stings are usually not lethal, they can cause severe discomfort and pain. So what should you do if you're bitten or stung? First, stay calm. Panicking can increase your heart rate, which in turn can speed up the spread of venom. Next, apply a pressure bandage and immobilize the affected area. Seek medical help immediately. Remember, it's always better to be safe than sorry. In the outback, it's crucial to be aware of your surroundings. Look where you step, shake out your shoes before putting them on, and never reach into holes or under rocks without checking first. In the outback, even the smallest creature can pose a big threat. So tread carefully and respect the home of these venomous residents. Preparation is key when it comes to surviving the Australian outback. One might think that a sense of adventure and a sturdy pair of hiking boots are all it takes to conquer this vast wilderness. But without the right preparation, even the most seasoned traveler can quickly find themselves outmatched by the unforgiving terrain and harsh conditions. Let's start with packing the right supplies. While it might be tempting to pack light, the outback is not a place to skimp on essentials. A reliable source of water, for instance, is non-negotiable. Dehydration can set in rapidly under the scorching sun, and unlike the city, there's no corner store just around the bend. A compass, a map, and a first aid kit are also must-haves, along with a sturdy hat, sunscreen, and insect repellent to protect against the elements and the local wildlife. Next, always let someone know about your travel plans. In the vast expanse of the outback, it's all too easy to lose your way or encounter unexpected obstacles. By telling someone where you're going and when you plan to return, you're creating a safety net. If something goes wrong, there's someone who knows to alert the authorities, potentially saving precious time in a rescue operation. And finally, understanding the risks involved is crucial. The outback is home to an array of unique wildlife, and while many creatures are harmless, others pose a significant threat to the unprepared traveler. Understanding how to react in a wildlife encounter, knowing the signs of dehydration, and recognizing when to turn back can make all the difference. The Australian outback is a place of breathtaking beauty, an untamed wilderness that invites exploration. But it's also a place where preparation and caution can mean the difference between life and death. So, before you set out on your adventure, take the time to prepare. Your safety and your life may depend on it.